Welcome all of you in online teaching learning process. We have started paper number 4 analytical chemistry, in which we have seen unit number 1st introduction to analytical chemistry, and in our last video we have seen sampling of solids, liquids and gases, and in this video we will see errors and types of errors. First we will see definition of error. So error can be defined as a deviation from accuracy. When error occurs in any analytical technique, then there is a no accuracy, or error in or deviation from correctness, or a mistake as in action. So errors are of several types. Errors can only be minimized, not removed. We can minimize the errors by our experimental techniques. So error is deviation from the absolute value or from the true average of a large number of results. So deviation from the absolute value means error or true value. Error having two types: determinate error, also called constant error, and second one is a indeterminate error or accidental error. There are two major types: determinate and indeterminate error. So errors are of two main types, that is determinate error and indeterminate error. First one we will see what is determinate error. These errors are determinable and are avoidable if care is taken. By proper precaution we can avoid that type of errors. Determinate errors are classified into three main types, that is instrumental error, operative error and methodic errors. Then we highlight characteristics of determinate errors, that is cause of error is known, that is the reason behind that error we can found out. Then consistency, that is the values are almost the same and difficult to correct for with statistics. Due to pure techniques, faulty calibration technique and pure experimental design, such types of error will be arise. Controls the accuracy of the method. There is no method is not accurate, and that type of errors can be avoided or avoidable. Determinate or systematic errors, that is determinate error are those for which source can be observed or detected. We can found which type of error occur in that experiment. Then second point, the error can often be eliminated or taken into consideration. Then analytical chemists attempt to use methods and techniques that have determinate error eliminated as much as possible. A common cause of determinate error is instrumental or procedural errors. For example, a miscalibrated scale of instrument, a color blind observation of the person. Then another cause is an outright experimental blunder, that is maybe use of faulty procedures or methods to carry out the experimental system. Then in the case of determinate error, they are caused by faults in the analytical procedures or the instruments used in the analysis. Determinate errors are systematic errors. Another name for determinate errors is systematic error, that is they are not random, that is they will be minimized. As the name indicates that the cause of this type of error may be found out and then either avoided or corrected. We can correct that error. Then their first type, personal error. What is personal error? An error comes into play because of faulty procedure adopted by the observer. It's called personal error. If person carry faulty procedure to carry the experiment, then that type of error is a personal error. Personal errors comes into existence due to making an error in reading a scale. If person cannot measure the proper titration reading, suppose the reading is a 18.2 but the person writing the reading as 18.0, then that is a personal error. It is due to faulty procedure adopted by the person making measurements. So that type of errors are personal errors. Then examples of personal error, that is mechanical loss of material in various steps of an analysis, loss of material in the work process, then underwashing or overwashing of precipitate. Suppose the procedure tells us that wash the product only with 50 ml alcohol, then instead of 50 ml if we use 100 ml alcohol, then there is a overwashing of the precipitate, that is personal error. Then ignition of precipitate at incorrect temperature, not maintaining correct temperature, insufficient cooling of crucibles before weighing, then allowing hygroscopic materials to absorb moisture before or during weighing, then use of reagents containing impurities, then person unable to judge changes sharply in visual titrations, which may result in slight overstepping of the end point. Suppose end point is colorless to pink. If we are getting the correct result at 18.2, but if titration is completed, we are getting pink color, but some persons are adding excess of that reagents into that conical flask, so we are getting dark pink color. So instead of 18.2 we are getting 18.8, so that is a personal error. Then instrumental error, second type is a instrumental error. Instrumental errors are introduced due to the use of defective instruments, fault in instrument. For example, an error in volumetric analysis will be introduced when 20 ml pipette which actually measures 20.1 ml is used, that is faulty in the pipette. Sometimes an instrument error may arise from the environmental factor on the instrument. For example, a pipette calibrated at 20 degrees Celsius at the manufacture point, and if we are using that pipette at 30 degrees Celsius, will introduce error in their volume measurement. Then instrumental errors may largely be eliminated by periodically calibrating the instrument properly. Then errors, then instrumental errors, all measuring instruments have error. The more sensitive and precise the instrument, then lower the amount of the error. Suppose the instrument is very sensitive and precise, then error will be minimized. A more sensitive instrument will give more significant figures than a less sensitive one, that is sensitive and precise instrument gives proper results. Then a more precise instrument will give the same reading more often than a less precise one. So also precise the instrument, then we are getting results accurately several times. Then next type is a methodic error. These errors are caused by adopting defective experimental methods. If methods are not correct, then that error is a methodic error. For example, in volumetric analysis, the use of an improper indicator leading to wrong results is an example of methodic error. If we are using that is a faulty reagent or indicator, instead of phenolphthalein, if we are using methyl range or methyl orange indicator, then the reading will be false. Then proper understanding of the theoretical background of the experiments is necessary for avoiding methodic errors. So method will be accurate to carry out the correct experiments. Then next type is a additive or proportional error. What is additive or proportional? Proportional errors arises by the impurities present in a standard substance. It leads to an incorrect value in the normality of the standard solution. If standard substance is impure, then we are not getting correct normal solution. So loss in weight of crucible in which precipitate is ignited and errors of weights, that is additive errors. Another example, wet loss in crucible takes place. When we carried out the ignition, then such type of errors are called additive errors. Such type of experiments are gravimetric analysis. Then next type is operational errors or personal, another name personal. Individual analyst is responsible for operational error. Errors are physical in nature and it may occur when sound analytical technique is not followed. If technique is improper, then operational errors will be arises. Then in case of operational personal error, these are due to factors for which the individual analyst is responsible and are not connected with the any method or procedure which we are carried out for that experiment. Then examples are mechanical loss of material in various steps of analysis, then underwashing or overwashing of precipitate, and ignition of precipitate at incorrect temperature. These are the operational errors. So thank you all of you for listening this video.